Hello, little ones. Thanks for joining us again today for another episode of Virtual Sankofa After School Program. Today, we're going to touch on something that we have touched on many times before in the past, and that is smoking prevention. We want you guys to be healthy and happy and live long, prosperous lives. And one way you do that is by putting good things in your body and keeping the bad things out. So, we've talked to you many times before about smoking and the reasons not to smoke. We've given you facts, we've given you pictures and all that good stuff. But I wanted to talk to you today. Well, I wanted other people to talk to you today about their experiences with smoking and what smoking has done to kind of deplete their quality of life. So I do have three very short videos today, and then I have some tips about if you do know a smoker, if someone that you know is smoking, preferably a child that you know, a friend maybe, or a family member that's underage that's smoking, how you can get them to stop smoking. It's good that you care about adults that are smoking as well, but adults are able to make their own choices and decisions, and smoking definitely harms younger people more than it does adults, although there is a lot of harm in adults smoking as well. So I'm going to share my screen and show you guys some videos. The first two are by a young woman named Becky. And Becky started smoking when she was 16 years old to fit in. And although Becky did go ahead and she was able to finish high school, she was able to go to law school after college. So she got a great education. She was able to become an attorney or a lawyer, but Becky couldn't continue to work after a while because of things that happened with her health due to smoking. So I'm going to show you Becky's story, and she's got two very short videos. This, if you want to go on the website to view more stories like this, you see on the left side, we've got a bunch of different stories. These are all different names of people that have smoked, and they have stories to tell you. So I like to listen to people that have firsthand experience because they can tell you what they've gone through, and it makes it a little bit more realistic. So here's Becky's story.
Hi, I'm Becky. I started smoking when I was 16. I thought it would make me look so cool and feel so free. Now I have end-stage COPD, and I've had lung surgery, and I'm chained to an oxygen tank. My tip is, if you keep smoking, your freedom may only go as far as your oxygen tube.
You can quit. For free help, visit cdc.gov/tips.
None of it's been fair to my family. When I was really sick, I probably didn't go downstairs for a year. You're not preparing meals, you're not cooking, you're not running them around everywhere, you're just not doing any of that. They've had seen things and heard things and had to deal with things that other children just don't. I didn't know that I was making that choice when I first picked up the cigarettes. It's not the childhood for them that I pictured. It certainly is not the teenage years for them that I pictured. I hope that after seeing everything I've been through, they never pick up a cigarette in their lives. One of children's greatest fears ever is losing a parent. I know I had that fear as a child. That's the worst thing that I have gone through in my whole life, is losing a parent. 15 and 13, you need your mom.
Okay. So those are just a couple stories from Becky. As you can see, Becky, when she started smoking, she was 16. She was a beautiful young lady, and she felt like smoking would make her look more cool and more beautiful and try to fit in with her friends. Becky was diagnosed with COPD, and she had to get lung surgery starting at all of these illnesses started at 45 years old. So many of you, when you're younger, you may think that 40, 50 is old. It's really not. It's not at all. That's extremely young for someone to have to get a lung taken out and for them to have to carry around a tank of oxygen with them everywhere that they go. Becky said that whenever she goes places, she has to worry about how long she's going to be out. She has to worry about how much oxygen to take with her, because if she runs out of oxygen while she's out, then she has no way to breathe and she will potentially die. So that is something that I don't want any of you to ever have to worry about. There's so much air out there, and if you can't breathe this air in, if your body cannot take this air in because of things that you've done to your body that are harmful, that is extremely unfortunate. So those are 2 videos from Becky, and then I have one video from another site. Again, this one is extremely short as well.
Most people don't smoke. And that's a good thing. Here are 7 reasons why it's good to be smoke-free. Smoking hurts your appearance, damages your skin, and yellows your teeth. Smoking hurts your lungs, so you're more likely to get sick. Smoking makes people short of breath, so they have a tougher time moving around and playing sports. Smoking causes lung cancer, heart disease, and other serious illnesses. And smoking sends chemicals into the air which can make other people sick. Cigarettes, including e-cigarettes, contain nicotine, which is really addictive. You've heard people talk about how much cigarettes cost. There are probably other things you'd like to spend your money on. If you smoke, it's never too late to quit. Here's where to find help. You can visit smokefree.gov or call 1-800-QUIT-NOW to be connected to your state's medical quit line. And the National Cancer Institute has counselors who can help you in English and Spanish. Get the support you need to quit and start enjoying your smoke-free life.
Alrighty, so if you guys want more information on these 2 sites I went to, the one is kidshealth.org, O-R-G, and the other one is the CDC, the Center for Disease Control. That's where I found Becky's stories at, and the other stories. So even if you don't smoke, sometimes you do have people in your life, your friends or maybe cousins or other family members that may smoke and may do things that are harmful to their health, and you want to help them. You can't force anyone to do anything at all, but you can give them information on what they're doing and how it can negatively impact them in the future. That's one thing, telling them that it's going to be bad for their health in the long run. They can turn up with all different types of diseases. They can lose their lungs. They can have to have many surgeries that they wouldn't necessarily have to have, and they won't be able to breathe too well. Another thing is that it makes your breath stink. Nobody wants to talk to somebody who's got stinky, nasty breath. And you can chew gum all you want. You can pop mints in your mouth, but what happens when you run out of gum and you still got that funky breath? You don't want that. You don't want to be breathing and talking to somebody and they're like, okay, all right, trying to get away from your breath. It makes your clothes stink long after you've smoked a cigarette. Even if it's the flavored cigarettes, it still will make your clothes smell. If you're smoking in your house, the odor gets embedded into the fabrics. Your curtains, your carpets, your bedspreads, everything begin to have kind of like a stale, smoky smell. And I know that I've been to places where people have smoked and it's kind of like, oh, okay, can we open a window in here? And you don't want to say that to embarrass somebody, but it's like you don't want to be in a stale, smoky, stank environment. So remember that people may not say it to your face, but they may talk about you behind your back. She thinks she's cute smoking those cigarettes, but she stinks. Her breath stinks. Her house stinks, and her teeth are yellow. That's another thing. smoking will turn your teeth yellow. And if you can see, you've seen those teeth whitening commercials, and those things, those products can be extremely expensive. So let's just eliminate all that from the start. Let's not put any nasty nicotine in our mouths. If you want to play sports, you're going to have way less endurance, less stamina when you're trying to keep up with other people that are playing sports. If you're exercising, you know that you need healthy lungs, you need a healthy heart. All of that is not going to be as healthy if you're putting things into your body like cigarettes and other things that are not good for you. Like the video said, it's expensive. Cigarettes, last I heard, were close to like $10 a pack. If you're smoking a pack of cigarettes a day, that's $10 a day. $10 a day, 7 days a week, that's $70 a week on killing yourself. You're spending almost $100 a week on something that's going to make you stink and kill you. Why would you do that? That's not the greatest idea at all. So, Mr. Williams, you can probably help me with the math, what that is over like a year's span. That's what is that? 365 days a year times $10 a day. That's $3,650.
Let's estimate it even to 400. So you figure 400 times it's $70 a week. That's over $2,000 a year in cost in cigarettes. $28,000 over. That's $28,000 a year at $10 a day, $70 a week, 400. That's $28,000 a year. For the cost of cigarettes, to something that's going to make you stink, your clothes stink, your teeth yellow, your house smell bad, and your health go down. I can think of greater things to spend $28,000 on.
Yes.
And then when you multiply that by a few years, you're talking about buying a house.
Absolutely. So, you can buy a house, you can buy cars, you can buy nice clothes, shoes, motorcycles, whatever you fancy. You can buy a lot of things. Let's just say if you do an experiment, and anyone that does get an allowance or does have a job, maybe, I challenge you to do this experiment. And let's just say, if I decided to smoke, I'm going to put away the cost of smoking every week. If I were to smoke, not even an entire pack, let's just say I smoke a half a pack of cigarettes a day. And then you do that math. And as you guys can see, I'm not the best mathematician. But give me a sale on some clothes and I'll figure that math out. But that's a whole different topic. I digress. But if you do that, take this challenge and put up as much money as it would cost you to smoke a pack of cigarettes a day or every other day or even a week. Put that money away. And for a year, I want you to do that. After that year, you will have so much money saved up. You would be extremely surprised. I can guarantee you that. Come thank me when you do. Last thing is, I want to let you guys know it's illegal for you to smoke underage. And if I see you out there smoking underage, I'm telling your parents, I'm telling your teachers, I'm telling whoever has to be told, because somebody needs to help you stop doing this. It's illegal to buy cigarettes. If somebody is buying cigarettes for you, they're supposed to card you in the stores and ask you for your ID. Most places do. If they do not card you and they get caught, then they can go to jail. They can have to pay a fine. If someone is buying cigarettes for you, if an adult is buying cigarettes for you and it's found out, then that adult can go to jail. They will have to pay a fine. So you don't want people to get in trouble for you. You don't want to get in trouble yourself. So not only will you be stinking and teeth yellow and bad health, but you can get into legal trouble too. We don't want that for you guys. So please, please, please stay away from the nasty, dirty cigarettes. All right. Until next time, I hope you guys stay healthy and stay happy.